Wings of Dreams. Once upon a time, in a small village near the edge of an enchanted forest, there lived a young boy named Olaf. Olaf had a magical talent for making up extraordinary stories that truly captivated the imagination. Each day, as he went about his chores and played with his friends, the vibrant ideas took flight in his mind, dancing like twinkles of magic. Though often lost in thought, he was greatly loved by the people of the village, who appreciated his joyful spirit and delightful tales. It was no surprise, therefore, that when the village storyteller became too old to continue their tales, the villagers chose Olaf to take their place. Each night, gathered around the crackling fire with children and adults alike, Olaf spun wondrous stories filled with vivid characters, breathtaking adventures, and invaluable life lessons that touched the hearts of all who listened. One day, as Olaf wandered through the enchanted forest, he stumbled across a tiny, forgotten cottage hidden deep among the trees. As he approached the front door, an old scroll flung itself at his feet. Worn, tattered, and barely legible, it bore the words, "The Wings of Dreams." Intrigued by its curious title, Olaf carefully unrolled the scroll and found within an enchanting spell meant to give the bearer the wings of dreams, the power to make one's dreams and stories come alive. Eyes wide with wonder, young Olaf seized his opportunity to captivate his listeners even more thoroughly. That very night, during his routine storytelling by the fire, Olaf took a deep breath, whispered the words to the spell, and began his tale. To his and the villagers' astonishment, as the words left his lips, they transformed into shimmering images that soared above the listeners like colorful birds in the sky. The story Olaf shared, a tale of a brave bear and a wise bat, gently swirled together in stunning visuals and entrancing sound. The children gasped and giggled in enchantment, their delighted eyes engrossed in the sparkling visions above them. Night after night, Olaf continued to weave his magical tales, granting his villagers access to mystical underwater realms, dazzling gardens that bloomed with fairies and enchanted creatures, and ancient kingdoms ruled by kind-hearted monarchs. But as time passed, Olaf discovered that while his stories continued to entrance the villagers, their potent magic began to fade from the memories of adults as they returned to their regular lives, unaltered. Disheartened by this realization, Olaf sought guidance from the village elder, a wise, wrinkled woman whose eyes held the knowledge of lifetimes. As she listened to Olaf's story, her eyes twinkled, and a soft smile graced her lips. She took Olaf's hand tenderly and gave him the answer he sought. "Young storyteller," she began, "the magic of your stories is wondrous indeed, but it is not the glimmer and shine that makes them truly captivating. Your greatest power is in the tales themselves, the tales that come from deep within your heart. Do not worry about those whose memories fail them. Your stories will continue to touch the hearts and minds of children, whose vivid imaginations recognize and cherish the value of dreams." Heartened by her wisdom, Olaf continued to share his enchanting tales, always careful to stay true to the spirit and essence of the stories that danced within his heart. While the magic he had discovered on that fateful day helped to bring his visions to life, it was the underlying messages, the whispers of the heart, that guided the dreams and inspired the minds of all who listened. And in that small village, where the enchanted forest's magic still stirred the air, the wings of dreams took flight, and the hearts and minds of the villagers, especially the children, soared on until the end of time.